Good day, ladies and gentlemen, out of our studios here today in Munich, Commodity TV, and it's my honor and pleasure to present to you today, well, not a CEO of a mining company, but an asset manager who is hyperactive in the mining business, Edward Karr from Geneva. Edward, thanks for taking time to be here.
Jochen, thanhanks so much for having me.
Give us a short idea. You work in Geneva as an asset manager. You work also for Canadian and US clients, which is very uncommon.
Correct.
And what are you doing in the space and why you are so attached to mining?
Sure. Well, again, thank you for having us. It's wonderful to be here. You're exactly right. We're an asset management firm based in Geneva, Switzerland, fully regulated in Switzerland and regulated in Canada as well, so we can deal with Canadian clients. We have another firm that's regulated in Switzerland, also regulated in the United States as a US SEC registered investment advisor, so we deal with Americans as well. And as you rightly point out, we like the natural resource space, we like the mining space. Why? We look at all different sectors. We don't only focus on natural resources, but first and foremost, we're fundamental investors, and we're seeing a lot of value in the space right now. It's been a very difficult 3-4 years, as most of your viewers will know. But I think right now, the opportunity is today, and there's some great values and bargains out there in the market.
Fantastic. Before we dig into some companies, I would like to know how do you see by now the sector? Let's say gold, silver, maybe a bit on oil, etc., or what you prefer actually.
Sure. As you know, the commodity prices in general have really come down dramatically.
Oh, yeah.
So gold, silvers are well off their multi-year highs. It's been a rough couple of years. Oil's had a big crash, as have had a lot of the other commodities. However, what we're seeing right now, I think, is a little stabilization. Oil price is up to about a high in 2015 right now, so it's starting to claw its way back off the lows. Seems like the global economy is struggling along to try and get its feet on the ground. And if we can turn around, I think that that's going to be quite positive for commodities and precious metals in general. Looking specifically at the precious metals sector, let's look at them. You know, gold's way down off its highs, but it seems to be building a base in this level. So if we can hold around here, you know, in some of these technical levels, I heard 1140 is about a triple low. So if we can hold that level and go forward, I think that that we're going to see probably higher highs in both silver and gold. As gold moves, it will take silver with it. You know, we live in a very unstable geopolitical world, and you look at the climate today, whether it's the Greek situation, the Middle East situation, the Ukrainian situation. There's a lot of things that are going on out there that is going to give us upside, not downside.
Perfect. As you have been also in Stuttgart at the Invest and the German Resource Night, and well, you saw a lot of companies, and I'm sure you had a lot of good talkings. What have you preferred, or what companies you like these days?
Yeah, you know, it was a great event. It was fantastic. Swiss Resource Capital did such a really wonderful job organizing that. And one thing that's interesting to point out to your viewers, really starting to see retail interest come back into the sector. I mean, at the Swiss Resource Night, or at the Resource Night we had there in Stuttgart, I think there was 320 people signed up, but 450 people showed up, and they sat through hours of different presentations, and we had a great night. In addition, we were in Zurich for presentations there, and I've seen a lot of great companies, you know, in the last week on the road. Do you want some specific names?
Of course.
Okay. Let's start out maybe with some different sectors and some different
Start
ideas.
with exploration, for example.
Okay, exploration. You know, one sector that we've really liked over the last couple of years has been this toll milling sector. So due specifically to your recommendations, and you guys put us on to a company a couple of years ago called Enka One. So that's done really well. They've executed on their business plan. They've gotten financing in these challenging markets. They're starting to put their mills into production and generate revenues and cash flow. And these stocks like Enka One and Dynacore, they have held up extremely well in this market sell-off over the last 2 to 3 years. We like that. We've met another a toll milling company here while we're on the road called Cyprium Mining.
And they do also exploration by the way.
They do exploration as well, toll milling and exploration. It's a very small market cap right here, but I'm very excited about it. They just closed recently on a financing. Been spending some time with the chairman, Alain Lambert, and a very impressive management team, and I think they're going to execute, and this is really one to watch.
Great. How about development?
Development companies, one of my favorites, as you know, we've talked about before in the past, has been Pershing Gold. Pershing Gold, based in Nevada, great CEO, Mr. Steve Alfers, mining attorney, deal guy, came from Franco-Nevada. He was the former chief operating officer there. They have bought the Relief Canyon mine. They've done some exploration. They're hitting incredible high grades, some of the highest grades in Nevada. So they're expanding their resource dramatically. They got a fully permitted, fully paid for processing facility, optimized for the ore body there. They're putting it into production later this year, coming out with a new PEA. So this is a really exciting one to watch. In addition, they're going to be uplisting onto the NASDAQ.
Oh, that's important, yeah.
Yeah, so there'll be a full NASDAQ listed company. They just closed the financing. They got plenty of money in the bank. And if gold prices continue to go up, it's a heap leach operation, really low cost of production. And I think it has the potential to be a big cash flow machine.
Yeah, and I think also they have lots of room for expansion in the resource and in the let's say future exploration, right?
They really do. They have a very big land package, about 25,000 acres. They are just touching the tip of the iceberg as far as exploration. But their recent drill results look like they have hit a Carlin-style deposit with 3 different feeder zones, and it's very, very exciting. So make sure you continue to watch that one.
How about some producers?
Producers, a lot of great ones out there, and they've really come down. And I really like producers, especially in the silver space. You know, there's a lot of gold producers, but there's only a handful of silver producers. So when you look out there, and I'm a big believer as well, that when these precious metal prices start to go again, you get the biggest bang for your buck in silver. So when you look at that, you want to look at the producers and you want to look for companies as well. Number one, that are unhedged, and number two, that have real big upside leverage to the silver price. So when I think about that, one name really comes to mind. When I look at my Bloomberg and I do a list and I scan all the names, the silver producers, and I look who has the highest beta, who has the highest, bang for the buck in the silver industry, Endeavor Silver comes to mind. Led by Brad Cook, tremendous background, expert, natural resource veteran, has put a lot of mines into production.
12 years production now already.
12 years of production, delivering incredible, cash flow and revenues, and they're producing a lot more ounces now than when this was $1 billion market cap. So all we need is silver prices to turn around. I think this stock's got tremendous potential.
Wow, that looks fantastic. Any other stocks you want to talk about or you think about?
There's a lot, and the most exciting for me right now is the potential of the sector itself.
Okay.
So I really think that we're an inflection point. I think that we're in a turning point. I can't tell you if it's next week, next month, next year when it turns, but it will turn. And I really feel down in my gut, probably the second half of 2015, the party is going to come back into full force. So I think your viewers, people like me, this is the time to accumulate. When it feels the worst, that's the best time, and a lot of people...
And nobody wants it.
No one wants it. That's when I want to buy it, because it shows real value. I don't really want to be going out myself right now and buying Tesla and some of these other high-flying biotech and technology stocks. I'd rather be going right back into these companies producing cash flow, great management teams, great projects, and a lot of potential for upside growth. And I think that as the precious metals prices start to increase, this sector in general is going to really start to move. So you got to do your homework, look for good management teams, look for great companies with great projects, and I think you have the potential to make a lot of money.
Perfect. Edward, thank you very much, and all the best for the future, and let's hope all your predictions are right.
Fantastic. Thank you, Jürgen.
Thank you
Pleasure
very much.
as always.
Thank you. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was Edward Karr from Geneva, and now you heard the standpoint from an asset manager who is really day-to-day on a 24/7 basis in the markets. And of course, you have in all sections of the resource markets, you find interesting companies. Well, he pointed it out, toll milling exploration like Cyprium, like Inca One. Also, of course, Pershing Gold in the development stage, going into production within the next 9 months. And of course, our old favorite Endeavor Silver, we like a lot. And the stock is really at a super low, and consider the quality those companies have. It's amazing. It's like summer and winter sale, honestly, together. So thank you very much for watching us. Check out the companies, check out our channel, and thanks from Munich, and bye-bye.